Hey guys, what's going on? This is Casey here with a review slash impression of what I'm going to be doing is my Nexus 10 and kind of at the same time my Nexus 7, and since I never did one for this, I'm going to kind of do them both at the same time, but wanted to show you the whole Nexus family that I have Nexus for. So I'm just going to get right into it. I've had the Nexus 7 since it came out. I'm not quite sure how long ago that was, 3 or 4 months ago, something like that, I guess. Just got this last Tuesday, so it's been 6 days. So just want to give you my impressions about them and you know, kind of not necessarily compare the two, but kind of give you maybe the reason why you would want a 7 or a 10-inch tablet. So let me just adjust my camera here a little bit. I'm gonna start with the 7, the Nexus 7 first. Obviously, it's a 7-inch screen. You can kind of just showing you the build quality of the 7 is very good. I knew that when it first came out, they were having some problems with, like, I think the edges or the glass kind of coming up or something. So I think there was some issues when it first came out, but I've had zero issues with the build quality of this device. It's a nice size, you know, it being the 7-inch. It's just, you know, it's a really nice size. You got this nice little kind of a chrome accent. I don't know if that's plastic. It might be kind of a plastic. And then the textured, see if we can get that, the textured back. It's a little rubbery, but it's nice because you're not gonna, this isn't gonna slip out of your hand. You can see if we can get an angle, that it's kind of beveled right here. I like that. So when it's sitting on a hard surface, you can actually just kind of get your finger underneath it and focus. So you can just get your finger under it and pick it right up, so you're not trying to do this thing. So and then it's got the regular ports for it. I'm not going to go too much into that. I'm not all into the specs thing. I mean, there's a ton of videos out there doing the same thing I'm doing, but they'll all give you the specs and stuff, so I'm not really going to show you the specs so much. Like I said, build quality, it's got a nice weight to it. It's not heavy, it's not light, easy to hold with one hand. That's how I use it a lot. In fact, it's one hand. Just nice and easy to use. The 10, different story. Obviously, it's 10 inches. It's big. I mean, you can see it's not even, can't even fit it all the way onto the camera. Got some weight to it. Definitely got some weight to it, but I feel like it's not too heavy. It's not real light. I mean, you can, if you hold it with one hand, you're gonna get a little tired holding it. So I definitely use it using two hands. It also has this kind of a rubbery texture. Actually, it's not really textured. It's smooth, but it feels a little more grippier, in my opinion, than this one. Maybe you can see the big Nexus, and then it's got this little kind of dimply thing on there, made by Samsung. This too also kind of has a beveled edge on it, and it has the speakers. I'm too close to the camera. The speakers are right here. See, on this one you got the speaker at the bottom. I really love the speakers on this thing. They're right here. They're both on each side. They're actually kind of up here, because if you hold it and you can put your fingers on it, you can kind of muffle it down, but anywhere below that. So I think it's, the speakers are up here, but they made the grill look all the way down. It's like stereo sound. The speakers are fantastic. Obviously, landscape mode, it's very comfortable. And in portrait mode, it is a little top heavy, but you're gonna, unless you're holding it in the middle, it's fine. But if you're gonna hold it down here, it's a little top heavy, but you expect it to be top heavy when you're holding it like that. Construction is very well made. It's solid. It's nice and thin. Maybe not the thinnest out there, but it's nice and thin. And I like the fact that the glass or your screen doesn't come all the way to the edge. gives you something to kind of hold on to while you're holding it. So both devices I think are made very well. I've not had any issues with them. So with that, actually let's turn around because you probably will notice something. The Nexus 7 does not have a camera. It does have a front-facing camera. The Nexus 10 has a I think it's a 5 megapixel. I'm guessing, I don't know what the front one is on that one, and an LED flash, and it has a front-facing camera. Cameras on a pad to me are, I don't care. I don't honestly think, I don't think they need them. It's just not something, you know, I'm not going to go to someplace and hold this up and record video. I mean, I have this for, or I have, you know, this for, or you know, point and shoot camera or something. But that's my opinion. I like having it on there. I probably will never use it, but it's there, you know, no big deal. Let's turn the screen on. They are both, let's see, running on stock 4.2.1. I got a cheat sheet here with all my screen information on it, so I can, if I can find it. I can't seem to find it. Oh, here we go. This will have like, because I can't remember the resolutions of the screens and stuff. I do know that this one's better. And let's go to the 7. The screen size is 1280 by 800 resolution, 216 ppi, and Corning Gorilla Glass. So not the highest resolution, but I don't think it's bad at all. I mean, it's fine. It's not going to blow anybody away, but it looks great. I mean, I can read text when I go into my emails, and well, let me get rid of that. I was looking at some stuff, and I don't think I have any bookmarks in there. I'll have to type something in there. But you know, it looks fine. It's not bad at all. I'm happy with it. The colors look great on it. Viewing angles, as you can see, are quite nice. You know, but who reads the book like that anyway? So again, no issues with the screen whatsoever. It looks fantastic. It looks great. You know, again, nothing to write home about, I guess. Now the Nexus 10, let's move this out a little ways, is, what am I looking for? It's 2560 by 600 resolution with 300 ppi. So it's better. It's a better screen than the iPad Retina screen, or the whatever Apple has out there. It's a better screen resolution and a higher ppi. So this looks fantastic. Very hard to tell when you're on screen or through the camera and stuff. It's really hard to tell, but it looks fantastic. There's not much to say except that the colors are nice on it. Looks great. Video's fantastic on it. Let's see if I got, looking for, I don't have just anything on a web page. Okay, here we go. So this is Android forums. You know, without zooming in, I could read that perfectly from the distance that I'm at. Now, obviously, if you zoom in, it looks even better. Fantastic. If you're really into big, beautiful screens, this is the one to get. Again, the viewing angles are, you know, very good. Colors are they're not oversaturated like on an AMOLED screen. That I think they're, you know, they're true. They look good. You're not gonna be blown away by the colors, but they'll look great. So that's the screen on both of them. Again, I told you they're running on 4.2.1, and you know, being stock Android on both of them, they run great. I will say that for whatever reason, the 10, when I'm scrolling and I'm using it, feels smoother than the 7 or even my 4. I would, hate to say it like this, but I think it's iPad smooth. I know there's Project Butter, but with my Nexus 4, I actually get, when I go into like in there, I get a little bit of a stutter. It's not as smooth as I would like it to be. Same thing with the 7. I mean, it's fun when I'm on the screen and stuff, but I do get just a little bit of a stutter or a little bit of lag here. And it's usually only when I'm in, the drawer here, but when I'm on the screen, it seems to be, it's fine. But when I'm on here, I don't know, it just feels smoother to me. Maybe you have to get your hands on it to really, go, wow. Maybe it's just the feel of the glass. Maybe, I don't know, maybe because it is a, this is a quad-core processor. Again, let me get my cheat sheet out because I can't remember. And I want to get it right. So the 7 is it's a quad-core NVIDIA Tegra 3 CPU. A gig of RAM, and this is the 16 gig. And then the 10 is a 1.7 dual-core Xenos chip. I guess that's how you call it. And gets all this fancy stuff with 2 gigs of RAM. So it's dual core versus quad core, but it's smoother, it feels better. Maybe that's just the chip that's in it. Maybe it's a better chip. When it comes to that kind of stuff, I don't really know too much. Let me move my camera around a little bit. But maybe it's just the hardware that's in it. I don't know. Overall it feels smoother to me when I'm using it than, again, the 7 or even the 4. Those are not bad devices by all means, but it just, I don't know, there's something, and then it feels a little snappier. On these, it just seems like the screen scrolls nice, but it just doesn't seem snappy. It just seems like there it goes. On here, it's kind of like boom, boom, boom. I don't know. You have to get your hands on it, I guess, to feel. Maybe it'll be the same for you. Maybe it won't be. Let's see. Like I said, this one does not have a camera, and it's got a front-facing camera. I don't really ever use it, so I can't comment on it. I haven't used the front one on this one, but I've taken like 1 or 2 pictures with it. It was kind of a dark. Let me see if I even have it on here. Kind of a dark room. So the flash did come up, and then I was taking a picture of my hello. So I think it looks good to me. I think I tried to just take one without flash, but I think it looks good to me. It's sharp. The images are, that one's kind of the blurry one. That one looks really good. That's the only pictures I've taken with it. So I mean, it'll work fine for whatever you need, I suppose. Let's see, what else? Like I said, it's got a fast. This one's also the 16 gig, which is fine by me. I do a lot of stuff on the cloud, like my movies and my music's on the cloud. Even Amazon is on the cloud. So to me, it works fine. 16 gigs is fine. So when I decided to buy the 10. The first Android tablet that I had was a Motorola Zoom, big 10-inch tab, and nice and stuff. And then my wife, I think she got the Kindle Fire, which was a 7-inch, and I went, man, that 7-inch is perfect for like games and stuff. It's just that perfect fit. And so I got the 7, sold the other one, and then, but I loved it ever since. I mean, I haven't had any issues with it. Yeah, you get a few random reboots, same thing on the other one, but I've not had really anything I can like say I've had issues with. Wi-Fi works, everything works. Like I said, this one can get kind of laggy, more noticeable than the other two. And then I was on Google Plus a lot, and a lot of people were talking about the 10, and I'm like, man, that's something I think I need. I don't need it, I just wanted it. So I got it. People are probably like, well, why would you get two? How are you going to use them? The way I'm going to use these two devices, because they do the same thing, is this is where I'm going to take when I go places, when I travel, because it's light and it's easy, or when I'm in bed and I'm just not tired or something and I want to mess around with my tablet. This is a perfect size when you're laying in bed. This I'm going to use for my media, watching movies, because the picture is just beautiful, and obviously it's a nice big screen. This is what I use when I'm out in the living room for pretty much everything. So that's how I justify using them, which is going to probably make me use this less. So it depends on what your needs are and how you want to use them, of what you might want to get. But I have, you know, I love this device. I didn't think I would like it as much, but I really, really do. Again, I've not had any problems with it. I know I've had maybe a few reboots, but I can probably only think of maybe 2 or 3 since I've had it in a week. I've heard of people having a lot more than that, and that's kind of a bummer. Battery life, really can't talk too much about it. I've done only one full charge on this since I've had it. When I bought it, it had like 75%, and I think I went a day and a half with that, and I ran it down. And so if I really only had one full charge on it, I'm at 20 hours, right? Because I didn't turn it off, and you can see how flatline that is. So I think it's got a big 9,000 milliamp battery in it, so it's gonna last. So I'm still working on the battery life. You know, it's you know, so maybe I'll do another video on it later down the road. But this one I haven't really used in a couple days. In fact, I just turned it on today, so 2 hours. So it's been on for about 2 hours. It was not fully charged when I turned it on, so not quite sure the battery life on this either. In fact, let me look at my cheat sheet and see what size that is, because that you might want to know. Looks to be 4,325 milliamp battery, so that's not too bad. Front facing camera is also a 1.2 megapixel camera, just in case you're wondering. You know, hey, if they last me a day, if they last me 4 days, it doesn't matter to me. I'm next to a charger all day anyway. But definitely the battery will probably last a little longer on this one. Obviously it's a bigger battery, but it's got a bigger screen and it's pushing around them pixels. So I like them both. I like them both pretty much equally, just different needs for them. Build quality is great. There's not a whole, I can't say anything bad about them, either one of them so far. Things are loading up, so I got a little bit of a stutter right there, but it's always loading up. You know, again, they are stock Android, so, you know, do what you want with them. You can root them real easy and throw some ROMs on them. I don't do the ROM thing anymore. I'm quite happy with the way that they're doing, what Android is doing with 4.1 and 4.2, and so just worth checking out, I guess, if you can get your hands on one and check them out. I would recommend either one of them. It depends on what your needs are. Advantages over this over that one is obviously it's a bigger tablet, bigger battery, and the screen is amazing. The best screen you can buy on a tablet, period. It's big and it's got some good weight to it. So it's how you want to use it. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and leave me some comments and stuff. And you guys have a great day. And again, I would recommend either one of these devices, even the Nexus 4, if you can get your hands on it. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And you guys have a good one.